Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the 277th edition of Cinema Effect, the podcast where we review and talk about a different movie every single Monday. And this week, that movie is J. Kelly, which was uploaded to Netflix on December 5th, 2025. It was directed by Noah Baumbach. Yeah?
Baumbach.
Baumbach? I just feel like Baumbach it feels a bit wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, Noah Baumbach, yeah.
Noah Baumbach. The genre is a showbiz drama, and IMDb also had coming of age.
Yeah.
Which is not what I typically would have thought, but I guess I can't disagree with it. It's just kind of breaking my conventions of the genre, I guess, or at least my perception of them. The synopsis says, famous movie actor J. Kelly embarks on a journey of self-discovery, confronting his past and present with his devoted manager Ron. Poignant and humour-filled, pitched at the intersection of regrets and glories. Damn. Okay. Jaden, sir, I want to start with you. What did you think of Noah's J. Kelly?
I thought it was pretty great. Really liked it. I thought it was very strong stuff. I think Clooney was fantastic. I think as I get older, I fall more and more for Clooney propaganda. From one to not hater, but just a very apathetic attitude to him. Bloomed into I like this guy a lot. And he delivers some great stuff here. I think everything the movie does and talks about, I like a lot, but I think I wish there would have been a bit more time just hashing out Jay and Ron's kind of back and forth, and like getting to I think I'm not entirely satisfied with how we got to the end. I think I would have liked a bit more of an in-depth kind of thing there, but otherwise, I really liked it. I think it flew by for a talkie. It fucking flew by. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. This was a very pleasant, enjoyable, and at times it got me emotional film. I think I really liked it. I totally agree with how it flew by, and I can definitely see it's funny. Like it is it's like 2:10 or something.
Yeah, I saw that and I want to neck myself a bit, but
dude, this movie felt like half an hour shorter. Easily,
it
felt like an hour 40. Yeah. Like it really did, and like that's where I agree with you when you say that you would have liked a bit more. Like I would have taken more, honestly, the way it was going. But yeah, no, it's a pretty simple idea, and everything thematically, but just executed very well with characters and performances I really cared about. So definitely an enjoyable watch for me. Liam, what about you?
Yeah, I liked it. I think it worked on on the kind of sentimental register, or the kind of nostalgic register at times. But I also agree that it felt like there wasn't quite enough there. Or that we kind of got two separate things where we were exploring Jay and his past, and it didn't feel like we quite got enough of that. And then there was the Jay and Ron stuff, which was also a bit underdeveloped as well. So the ending, the whole film just feels a bit quaint, I guess. But when it is working on that kind of reflective register, it really kind of works. It's really kind of, emotionally intuitive, I guess. And there's and those strong scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels like a bit of a minor film, I guess. I don't know. But I agree that it kind of flew by. I definitely didn't think it was 2 hours 10. So it was entertaining, at least.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you put it like that, as as like a minor film, I kind of get that. It's like, I don't know, it did work for me emotionally, but it felt like it never had a huge punch. It never had a huge impact, which maybe that extra time would have helped with. I don't know, but I don't necessarily say that fully as a criticism. I don't know. I definitely enjoyed my time with it nonetheless. But what are those? if we try to put our finger on what are those things that are lacking in terms of, I guess, the Sandler Clooney relationship and dynamic? Is it? Did we need more history with them? Do we need a flashback? Did we need just more of them, like, even arguing? I don't know. Like, what was it specifically? They sort of have their one dynamic going, and then they obviously have a bit of a falling apart. But it never
Yeah,
felt like a huge confrontation. I wonder if that's what it was, or if there was more to it.
yeah. I mean, I kind of felt way more invested in just like learning about Jay and his regrets and him not being like a good. Like, we kind of slowly learn how he's not like a good friend or father or whatever. So like learning like that stuff was like way more interesting to me, to a point where the Jay and Ron stuff was just kind of like something, enjoyable and surface level, but something I wish the film didn't focus on as much. But it feels like the film, that's kind of what Noah had in mind, like being about these two friends in the present. So like I just feel like, the attention was like kind of split, and as a result, neither element is like quite as strong as it could have been. But I do think that like weaving Ron into the past a bit more, or like seeing how he treated other people and like reflecting that through Ron in a more direct way would have maybe strengthened it. Because like we
Yeah,
see how Jay kind of steals the the lines from that guy Billy Crudup's like character when he was younger, and stuff like that. So if the film made like a more direct correlation between that and his relationship with Ron, I think that would have like made it way better, way stronger.
yeah. I tend to agree. Their relationship nonetheless was enjoyable to watch. Like, just, I don't know, having, I mean, the whole entourage following Jay around was pretty funny, to be honest. Like, and him just doing all this shit on a whim. But then having Sandler having to, like, go so far of his way to like try and placate and navigate, and appease Jay, like he's like they talk about it, they basically have to baby him. That was fun to see Sandler do like that sort of submissive character, I guess. I don't know, submissive the right word, I don't know, but for him not to have to be like the full life, the full presence in a scene, he's kind of like, he has to always account for Jay, and Jay's the boss, and he's always having to serve him. So I know it was just interesting to see Sandler in that kind of role. I thought, where he's usually the one at the center of a scene, where that's not really the dynamic in this one, which I thought was interesting. But I don't know, maybe more of that would have also would have helped it. I don't know. How do you feel about that, Jaden, and their relationship throughout?
Yeah, I don't think they necessarily needed a correlation between his shittiness to other actors and then like linking that to his relationship with Ron. I just think that's a perspective thing that kind of doesn't, that he kind of realizes. Like there's no, I don't think there's really any need for any further explanation there. I just think like what I'm missing with that is just like I think it's also probably also intentional as well, and kind of making the emotional blows a bit more impactful. Is that it's just that you have two people genuinely trying to improve, but their improvements are in different paths, and they're kind of constantly missing each other. Which is great, and it's frustrating though. I think that's the thing. Like I don't know if I have an actual issue with it, because I think it does function. It's just frustrating to watch. But it's probably like, yeah, it helps in the emotionality of it, kind of like some of the realizations, like him having to come to terms with things alone is probably better for like the outcome that the film ends on. Yeah,
that's true.
So like with their relationship, I don't think there was any extra information needed so much that I would have just liked a bit more dialogue between them, just expressing feelings.
Yeah, but like I guess that's the other point I brought up, was like, do you feel like we needed like a stronger conflict or blow up than we had?
No, I think that's adequate as well. I just feel like we skipped, a 2-hour five-bit session between the two of them. You know,
Okay.
like I just feel like we just need one more key scene to kind of resolve it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a more realized way. But at the same time, like I think that may have weakened the two as individual characters.
Maybe.
But yeah,
I would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen them like really get a scene that really gets to the heart of like
Yeah.
their bond and like why they care for each other as well. You know,
it feels like he realizes he's his friend a bit too movie-ish. After Patrick Wilson points it out to him that, you know, after he points out the same attitude of we give him 15%, you know, he's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think like, yeah, so I would have liked a bit more there, but then like same with Tim, Billy Crudup's character. Like I would have liked another kind of heart-to-heart there and kind of resolving it rather than it kind of getting swept under the rug, which once again, like it probably works better getting swept under the rug just for Clooney's character to go through that stage as well, and that battle. But yeah, I guess I'm asking for a bit more of a basic movie.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jay, that whole thing with Billy Crudup was and the Tim character, that was interesting. I liked all that. I thought it was a solid scene, like going into it with like, you know, where Billy like reads the menu crying, doing that whole bit. That was cool. But then I just didn't see the nice reunion taking such a big turn. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I liked the turn as well when it was kind of played for laughs, but then like when it kind of came back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
I just feel like I felt like it was then left unrealized in the sweeping under the in the action of sweeping under the rug, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how was like I don't really think that was swept under the rug though. Like I think they with Tim they did everything they kind of needed to do there. Like to put Clooney on his like self-reflective kind of journey or whatever. You know.
I think I would have liked an emotional reckoning with him, with Tim. Like if I didn't get one with Ron, I would have liked one with Tim, because I think like in what does happen with Tim, we do get to see how Ron's also a shitty person in bringing up this drug charge from the 90s to bury him.
Sure.
So like we kind of see that they're fit for each other. So like I guess like it works out that way. But like it just felt like Tim being the start of the journey. Like I would have liked to have seen him come back a bit more into it. I didn't want him on the end at the Tuscany presentation clapping and handing in the award or anything like that. I just wanted him like I just wanted like a kind of grounded kind of get together. I don't know.
Like you were looking for like more like an actual like reconciliation almost of some form.
Yeah, and not even like a forgiveness thing. Like it's just of a I see what I've done. Like I get it, and then like I don't know.
It is definitely more unresolved than that, I suppose. Yeah, I do just like the whole journey, keeping that going. That Jay goes on and like what the whole movie's about. You know, well, we're getting introduced to him at the start. I think Clooney's so good as being this character who's like so caught up in everything, but is lonely and just wants to hang out with his daughter. You know, that's sort of where it starts. And then it's kind of that, like, I think it's fair to say the catalyst for like the arc of the film is that like it's his daughter leaving and then like realizing I've kind of haven't hung out with her. And then also Jim Broadbent dying as well. I think those two things kind of happening at the same time. You know, make him a bit reflective. But yeah, I just think, dude, Clooney's so good. I'm with you, Jaden, with like, I don't know, I would never really consider myself a George Clooney fan. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I've got nothing against him. I'm just like, oh yeah. But he's so good in this movie. He just has that superstar aura that really works for when like he's obviously meant to be playing, you know, in a way, like it's not, I don't think it's actually like, you know, it's not based on him necessarily. I think someone else could have played the character, but you know, a character that feels just in its role as this obviously superstar actor, like feels like made for him as well in that, you know, he just slips into it perfectly. The trivia I had is that Brad Pitt was meant to do this movie, which is interesting.
Yeah, I
so,
could
and
definitely
that,
see him doing it though. Yeah.
that definitely would have worked too. But I don't know. But I will say actually, like Clooney being a bit older also helps a bit. I think, like, well, at least, well, he is a bit older. Like, I think is he?
Probably touch.
Actually,
like,
probably not.
Like not significantly, but like probably. Like,
yeah, they're probably actually not that far apart. Clooney has an older look, like, and a grayer look.
He has a more like classical look, I think.
Yeah. When you're kind of pulling references to like these iconic guys like Clark Gable and all that shit that the movie does, like it's he's more suited.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think Clooney has all that in spades. So yeah, no, I thought he was really great in the movie for sure. Man,
actually, I don't see Brad Pitt playing as well with Adam Sandler though. Like, well, I can see him in the role of Jay. I don't see him meshing well with Adam.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. I don't disagree. I mean, I'm sure maybe it's just hard to visualize, and it actually would be great. But I kind of get what you mean. I don't know. Just like, yeah, I'm just thinking about their scenes, like even at the start at Jay's house and stuff. Man, Ron really is a saint with Jay, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the way, like what was obviously getting me was just how Ron's got all his own shit going on, and Jay just like doesn't, like, talks over him and doesn't really register anything that he's trying to say about his own life. You know.
But like at that point in time, like it's like that's why, like that's part of the frustration that comes out of like them two on like different journeys of self-discovery, because like Jay is so like self-assured in that he's doing it for the betterment of him, and like he's like, obviously it's like, you know, like it's just that bit frustrating. Like obviously he's still a dick, but like it's like he's trying to do the right thing and is still being a dick. Like it's
yeah. He is, but at the same time, I got to say that in terms of like Ron obviously trying to convince Jay and trying to keep him on track to do the movie, to start the whatever the Brothers movie was, which, by the way, like I don't know if this is true, kind of felt like a Safdie equivalent. Kind of felt like a Safdie thing in terms of like, what did he say when he's like he had to go do drugs with them or something? I just thought that was kind of funny.
Is that something that Safdies do?
Oh, I don't know. It's just the impression I got, and like the Sandler connection. Maybe I just picked all of these. I just pictured the Safdies every time they brought up, oh, you got to do the Brothers movie. Anyways, maybe it's the Coens. Maybe the Coens do drugs.
The Lewis brothers are like Jay was meant to play the Lewis brothers in a biopic, I think. Like they weren't like the guys making the film, were they?
Oh no, really? I thought the Lewis brothers were the directors.
Oh really? I read it as like the Lewis brothers were like a real life person that he was meant to like play in a biopic.
Well, he was going to play both of them.
Oh, one of them, yeah.
No, I don't know.
No, you're probably more right. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. One of us is tripping. It probably is B. Sorry. My point is that I feel like in terms of the whole back and forth of like, you know, are they really, Ron and Jay, are they really good friends, and how much of their relationship is transactional and built on the 20%, sorry, the 15, you know, the obviously the manager income. Like Ron trying to push Jay to do this movie so hard. Like, I get it, but at the same time, like I was kind of more on Jay's side, to be honest, where I'm just like, Ron is really just trying to. It really does feel like Ron is just trying to push him to keep his job, and again I get why. Like he's having his own sort of crisis with having lost Patrick Wilson as a client, but like in that moment when Jay's really insisting on I'm not doing the movie, I'm just kind of like, yeah, just leave him alone. Like he doesn't want to do it, you know. That's how I landed on that anyway. I don't know how you guys felt. That's sort of the crux, I guess, of like they're sort of falling apart at the party, you know.
Yeah, I don't know where I land on that either. Like I think, yeah, obviously Ron is self-serving massively throughout the film, but like I think he still does genuinely perceive himself as like a friend because of how much he has to sacrifice himself. And I think like the major part of Jay is that he just doesn't look at Ron's sacrifices because like, I mean, he's like
That's
kind of
true.
blasé to them because like he not willingly, I mean, yes, willingly, but like he gave it up as well. It's like he doesn't realize that like Ron has to sacrifice it rather than like just happily give it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I agree with that.
so I think there's an interesting thing there. Also, like I think like it's I think the whole manager like talent relationship is interesting. I think it's very new, the idea that like that there's a friendship that exists in there, and it's like my reference point for that is like the kind of sporting world where like these days like you know like so many of the player managers like they try to be their best friend because like you know you make commission off them, but then you can also get so many other benefits by being their friend. They take you on holiday and all that other shit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of insidious in what they do, I think. But it's funny because watching this movie, I kind of had like the opposite feeling. Like I don't like it in real life, but like in this movie, I'm like, of course you got to take them on. It's like, you know. But yeah, I think it's an interesting relationship to explore. And I just think Ron comes out looking a bit better in the film.
I think it's funny. I think he does in the end, but just in that particular moment, in that I don't know, maybe sort of mainly I guess in like the whole train sequence and all that. I don't know. I was feeling close to Jay there, to be honest.
But I think at that point as well, they like they're still not privy to Jay's kind of journey that he's been started. Like they see this as like a tantrum that they have to take care of.
Yes,
so like
that is true.
It's just
yeah. That's a good point. They are a bit sort of late to understanding the breadth of what's happening to him personally at that point. Yeah, Sandler is actually very good at like I think the low key emotional stuff in this movie. Like when he's conflicted, like when he's on the phone to Greta, for example, or when he's like, I actually really liked when he's sitting in the back of the cab, like when he's driving, leaving wherever they're staying or whatever, and he's like deciding whether to stop or not. Just like the facial performance he gives, I thought was quite. It's not like it's not super dramatic. Like he knows what movie he's in, but it was quite. It worked. It was quite touching, I thought. So yeah, props to him. I guess we're wrapping up the Sandler Clooney relationship aspect. If you had any thoughts, Fitzy, if you leaned one way or the other on who you were feeling.
Yeah, I don't really relate to like feeling like that Sandler was like selfish.
Okay.
Because like I don't know, just like the initial framing of him being pulled away just kind of was like effective on me, I guess, and him and Laura Dern's character like working together just felt like they were very kind of indifferent of like any kind of emotional consideration or like selfishness or anything. They were just kind of doing that job. So I wasn't really like feeling that he was selfish at any point. But
I didn't say selfish. I said self-serving. So just want to put that out there.
I mean, isn't that the kind of the same? What's the difference?
I don't know. I feel like there is though.
There was in like the degree in which you meant it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, but like I was never against Sandler really.
Yeah. By the way, are these tribute shows like real?
Probably. Yeah. No, because like you get lifetime awards and shit like that. Like that are just kind of out of competition. It's just like
I know, but isn't it usually still like some sort of body that gives it to? I guess this could have been that too. I didn't really go into it.
Tuscan artist. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
So it was like the festival. Yeah. So it was like the festival's committee, like is like let's give a lifetime achievement award to Joe Kelly. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like there are
Joe Kelly's probably like he's probably almost Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know. Because like DiCaprio,
really?
like I mean, like he hasn't had a family. Like I don't know if it's at the expense of a career, but like it's
right.
Like it's and like he's like kind of nearing that age where he is getting those kind of I don't know. Like Leo's not that far off Clooney either. Like it's I could see Joe Kelly being a Leo kind of shadow foil.
Maybe. Although Leo doesn't have any kids, right?
No, but like neither does Ron. And Jay.
Uh, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like no, I don't know. I feel isn't the whole movie sort of about like how his relationship with these kids and how he treats them and stuff, as opposed to like I feel like the surrogate that has to have them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but it's like sacrificing the family for the career. And
Sure.
like,
Okay.
I'm
in
not
that
saying
sense.
Leo's done this, but I mean like he's never like had like a long-term relationship. And like it's
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he has. Maybe he has done. Yeah. No, you're right. Maybe he has done that. I don't really know. Maybe he just doesn't like people. I don't know. I don't want to assume why he's done it, but I don't know. But yeah, maybe that's true. How did we feel about all the family stuff then? I guess that's a good transition point. Okay, first of all, I will just say, obviously like the final scene when like the daughters are like doing their little show for him or whatever. Like they were close in age, right?
Well, it seems like they're close in age, but then like she's like what 15, 16?
She's 15 years older.
Yeah, 15 years. Like, yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Like that didn't make any sense to me, which is why I thought. My question was going to be: is there another daughter that that they mentioned who wasn't on screen or something? And I just missed it. But no, right?
Yeah, if one's 34 and one's 18, then like, yeah,
that was confusing because I like in the flashback, you got to assume that they were anywhere between the ages of, I don't know, 13 and 16. Would you say? I guess.
Yeah,
somewhere
in there. Yeah, a bit younger. Yeah,
but they definitely weren't more than like 4 years apart at most, 5 at most, I reckon. Anyway, that confused me. I don't know what was going on there. That was kind of weird. Maybe Noah had this idea for the scene, and it was like too late. They'd already like done all their casting and shit, and he's like, "Fuck." And now he's like, we can't have like a 4-year-old running around with a 20-year-old out there and like have the scene work. I don't know. Anyways, I'm glad I wasn't tripping on that. But I don't know. Any comments on the daughters, Jay Kelly's scenes and relationship with them?
if I got dragged into a therapy session with my daughter and then the therapist read out a fucking letter and it started fake crying, like I too would storm out because like that's some bullshit. Like that's ridiculous. Like he doesn't like, I don't know, get him to read it out because you can't, whatever. Like for him to perform to that aspect, like it's fucking insane.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't
know. Other than that, I think the Jessica stuff might have been a touch undercooked as well.
Okay. So this is the older daughter, right, Jessica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not massively, but I think one more scene maybe could have got me there.
Wow, you just needed one more scene for each. That's
one more scene for each.
For every aspect.
Yeah. Give me another 5 minutes per character, and then I think.
Yeah. I don't disagree with them actually.
I do disagree with it a little bit, just because I was with you on the Ron stuff. I don't know. For me, like the whole scene with him in the woods with her, like on the phone, but then like that was a really good scene that like did all the work for me. Like I was satisfied after that. I love the choice to have like her on the phone, but then she like transitions to being there. Make it close, make it personal. That was nice. Yeah, that was a sad scene. It didn't go well, unfortunately, for Jay, and he was just, I don't know, just seeing him continually fail at that point in the film to convince anyone to stay with him, and everyone just slowly leaving him was sad. It was falling apart, and like that is where we'll get to the ending, but that is like I liked where the film ended up going because I was like, I guess like standard movie stuff would have been like he was on a trajectory to win everyone back over, kind of thing. But like slowly it became clearer and clearer, like that just wasn't happening. Like he was just losing people. People were dropping off. And there is a bit of a silver lining to it at the end, but even still, it was like, damn, this is not going necessarily the way I would have thought, and it's kind of it was drawn out enough to where like I could have believed it was going to go either way. So
Yeah,
I thought that scene was really well done. Yeah.
it's and the film kind of is like it kind of ends on like two stances that kind of not contradict each other, but like often would be presented as contradictory in that, like, someone is deserving of forgiveness and kind of and like kind of trying again and like starting again, and then at the same time people you don't have to forgive anyone for what they've done onto you. Whereas like the film kind of ends on both those notes, because like I think it kind of it does ultimately end with Jay as sympathetic and like kind of he's reconciled with himself, but then everyone else around him like like they've done the damage, like it's kind of I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah. I guess I'd describe it as a bittersweet ending. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how. Maybe not. It's an ending where, like, I felt like I had to accept it. Like Jay, like it's a tough pill to swallow. There are some positive. It's not all bad. He gets like so as we go through, obviously the third act, and like his dad leaves, and I've already forgotten the older daughter's name.
Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica. Chooses not to come and all that, and it's like, oh, that's sad. And then Ron's going to leave too, but Ron ends up coming, and he gets the nice message from his other daughter, on the phone, and then like I guess like the people from the train come as well to the ceremony, which I guess is like nice. Although like why wouldn't they come? You know what I mean? If George Clooney invited me to something, I'd go.
No, fuck it.
But anyway, so there's some people, there's some positives, there's some negatives, but I don't know, not everything goes the way we want, I guess is kind of the takeaway. And it's like, can we accept that, or do we wish for things to be different? That's an interesting idea. Obviously, a pretty important one. And I think that's when I realized, like, I think the fourth wall break at the end is like fantastic, a great choice. And it's like when I realized through that, like the whole character trait of Jay the whole time being that he's someone who always wants another take, like how that is reflective. That's core to his character, in that he's someone who's always struggling to accept when something is final, when something is the way it is, when something can't be changed. And even in the end, he can't really accept that fully, I feel like. At least I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's kind of the impression I got, and that's an interesting final note to leave you on.
I don't know, why do you think he didn't accept it in the end? Did he still look resistant, or I don't know?
Because he turned to me and asked me for another take.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I feel like...
Yeah, but is it like ironic at that point, Is he like acknowledging
yeah, that's interesting.
his own, like, his previous mindset or whatever?
Yeah.
I didn't read it that way, but that's interesting.
But like, because like so earlier in the film, like in the first scene, like when he does another take, like they get told like we probably got it 7 takes ago or whatever, and then they do it again with the relationship scene, with that person that he has an affair with. What was her name? Whatever. But like they do like multiple takes of that.
Christine? Am I winging that? Oh, don't trust me on that one.
So like if those two are if our other two examples of it are genuine,
yeah,
where like they've already got the perfect take and then he's still trying to do it again,
yeah,
like I mean like it's more thematically correct for like this to be like his perfect outcome that he's still going to try and change.
Well, I think it's I don't know if it's like the perception of, well, like there's no such thing as perfect, I guess.
Well,
right?
but it's his best outcome, right? Like it's
with what
happened.
I think we're agreeing, but like I guess I would use the word like it's good enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and like being okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's necessarily. I don't know if he would describe it as perfect or as. I don't know if
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't. I personally don't read the ending and like when he everything the journey we've been on, and then when he starts looking around and seeing all these all these peers and all that in the theater with him clapping. Like I don't think he's looking around thinking this is great.
No.
But
no, you're right. You took the correct words.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's an interesting idea. That like I think it's pretty clear in that like the film. That's how I read like the film's message or whatever. If you want to read it that way, is that it's sort of challenging us to see if we can do the same thing. But I just thought that it was an interesting way to do it, where Jay doesn't necessarily do it in the end himself either. You know what I mean? Like usually you'd think that like the main character learns the lesson, and then therefore the audience should also learn the same lesson. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like the theme of it is there to be learned, but Jay doesn't learn it necessarily. Or at least I don't know. Maybe he can, but like I said, I think like him literally asking for another take is like it's just who he is. He just can't. He's just always going to be asking for another take. He's always going to be looking back, as he does. Obviously in the flashback scenes and throughout the whole thing.
Damn.
But like I don't know. Like regardless of all that, like did you feel the ending was like what was your core feeling towards the ending? Were you like, do you think it was a happy ending? I don't know. I like the idea of when you said it was ironic. Did you interpret it maybe that way?
I really wasn't thinking about this whole thematic through line, to be honest. What you said didn't really occur to me. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was a more traditional, like sentimental kind of ending, because the rest of the film kind of has that same, like appreciation of like nostalgia or the past or whatever. But like I didn't really think it was like all about. I didn't really see the through line of it being like frustrated with the past or like wanting to redo things. But I think that's you're probably right in that it was that.
I think it just ties together nicely with like the whole, obviously, I mean the whole movie's about your past choices, obviously, but in the story, but like it ties together the idea of the flashback scenes with the recurring idea of being asked for another, wanting another take, and someone having to come in and convince you that it's good enough. Yeah, I think it links.
No, yeah, you're right. I'll have to rewatch it. To re-experience it.
But like in terms of the fourth wall break though, like how did you respond to that? Like what was your first gut reaction to it?
I don't know. It was just kind of weird. I wasn't like, whoa, fourth wall break. It didn't really pierce through the emotional formal texture of the film or anything. It was just kind of, I don't know. Yeah, no, I wish I was more aware of this thematic through line, because the film seems much more like obvious to me now what it's trying to do, but I just wasn't paying attention. So yeah, didn't have much of an effect on me.
We thank you for your humility.
My
on
honesty.
The show, Fitzy. That's very nice. It's very honesty. God knows, I'm usually the one tripping, not knowing anything that's going on. I still feel like there's another daughter. To be honest with you, that was really weird. And I feel like we all might have missed that or something. But I don't know, Jan. With just the fourth wall break, what was your raw reaction to it? Were you like, it's cool? Were you like, it's weird? You know what I mean?
No, like I'm more with Liam, where like I had no reaction to it, and where I've spun is a bit more retroactive. But
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I took it as fun, but like, yeah,
bit of fun. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just like put more emphasis on the fourth wall break.
Yeah, I mean, just given what it is, like, I mean, like placing a fourth wall break at the end of a movie like this, like, kind of does feel like there is meant to be
Yeah.
emphasis.
But I think they already kind of broke the fourth wall with having Clooney's actual films up there. That was the kind of that was the surprise for me. Like that was great.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to recognize. I was like, how much of this is like made for movie, and how much of this is like?
Yeah. I was the same.
I was like, hold on.
I think
it was.
Was anything made for movie? You know?
I don't know.
I don't think
was
so.
like,
I think they
that was
were
like, that's
all
definitely
films.
Syriana, but I was like, I don't know what the fuck else is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was like Monuments Man and the Coen Brothers film was that, and
Burn After Reading, is it?
Burn After Reading, yeah. Or the what's the other one with the Brother We're Out Now, I think. I don't know if that one was in there, but yeah, that was like I was trying to name them all, but yeah, I think it was all genuine.
When they call Jay Kelly an action, like they call him being in action movies or whatever, I'm like, I do not associate George Clooney with action movies at all, personally. But there was that one movie they were showing where he had the beard. It looked like a damn action movie, and I'm like, what is that? Did you guys know what that was?
I thought that was like the Netflix film, like the more recent,
like one. Polar. Oh, no, not Polar. What's it called? Arctic.
That's Mads is in that one.
Yeah, Arctic. That one.
Arctic.
Right? Yeah.
Is he in that?
Isn't it? Isn't that like that his whole film? He directed it.
He did the Midnight Sky.
Midnight Sky.
Maybe it's that one.
No, it wasn't. Definitely, I've seen that.
You're talking about the one with the car blowing up. That was Syriana.
Yeah, but there was one.
Did he?
Where was
okay.
What's that?
Oh, there was. Did he have a bit in Syriana though?
Yeah.
So that might be the one I was thinking of. Okay, that might be the one I am talking about. I need to watch that. I haven't seen that. Was there no Solaris in there, or Solaris? How do you say it?
No, I didn't notice that one.
That's a bummer.
Here's a distinct.
Was it Gravity?
Yeah. Where's Gravity? Where's Tomorrowland?
What was his TV show? Like an ER? No.
ER.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there any ER?
No ER. It is actually funny. There was quite a lot missing then. You know, like they chose specifically the ones they wanted, I guess. Oceans was there briefly.
Yeah. Three Kings might have been there. I don't know. I haven't seen Three Kings, but I think my
Three Kings.
Yeah, true. That's like full army thing, isn't it?
Oh, that might be what. Yeah. Yeah, Three Kings was definitely there. Yeah. I remember that. There was a bit from that. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh man. I guess while I don't know, is there anything else thematically while we're in the themes section? I guess.
Oh, hold on. He's fucking in Oceans. It's like Oceans is action-ish.
Nah. I don't know about that.
I just pulled up his page though, and he's also got like From Dusk Till Dawn and like Thin Red Line and Batman, obviously.
Oh, he's in Thin Red Line. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I mean, Batman is like the action movie, so I mean, like.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. But you know what I mean? Like, it was more like it felt, at least in the clips they showed in the film, it felt more like a Taken, like modern action thing.
Yeah.
I just was surprised to see it. That's all. Clooney, obviously, like his whole Jay Kelly, his whole thing, you know, in terms of choosing the family or the career, and that back and forth, that choice. He makes the case at one point. He says he couldn't have both the family and the fame. How do we feel about that? Do we agree with that in terms of the arguments that the film presents either way? I feel like a clue maybe to the answer is looking at Patrick Wilson's character. What's his name? I can't remember.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, no, Ben Alcock is what it was. Thank you. Yeah, you reminded me by saying that. Ben Affleck. I feel like there's a clue there in terms of like, you know, he has a bit of insecurity comparing himself to him and how much of a family guy he seems to be and all that. But can Jay Kelly have both? Is he telling himself a fake story that he can only have one or the other?
I mean, I don't think so. Like, I think I definitely believed he was genuine when he said that, or maybe he just like believed himself that he was genuine and is like lying to himself. But like for his level of star status, you know, like the very, very best. Because like Patrick Wilson is a star in the film, like Ben Alcock or whatever, but he's also like just another like a minor kind of client of runs. So I don't know. I mean, when you look at like the top movie stars, they usually like don't have the best family life, that kind of thing. There's usually some kind of lot of divorces and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. Like, whatever the conclusion is that Noah's ended up at is obviously years of observation in the industry that I think it's hard to see without. But then I also like the one that I think about is Ryan Gosling is that like there's no denying that he's like obviously still a massive movie star, but like look at the career he had post marriage and kids versus now, and like he's openly said that he doesn't take like serious roles now because like he can't be in that dark mental space. It's like Gosling acknowledges that he can't be like a certain type of actor with a family. And like he's chosen family obviously over like, the kind of awards kind of thing.
But has that affected his stardom? I don't think so.
No, but like it doesn't have to affect stardom, but it affects perception. Because so Jay wants to be not just a star, but like a serious star. Because like I guess like Patrick Wilson is the Ryan Gosling. And then like I don't know, and
Jay Kelly's like
and Jay is DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Just Tom Cruise obviously actually has kids, but you're like, I feel like does he even see them? I don't fucking know.
But is that because of Scientology rather than like Korea?
Maybe. Good point. Brings a whole nother thing. Maybe Jay Kelly should have been a Scientologist, and they really drive that point home. That would have been interesting.
But I mean, it is actually genuinely hard to think of like the top guys that have strong families.
Yeah, I mean, even Brad Pitt's like not.
No, Brad Pitt's had a fucking terrible.
I mean,
life.
like you were saying, like the comparisons earlier. I think Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise are like the strongest kind of shoe-ins.
Yeah.
What about Tom Hanks? Is he a family guy? He feels like a family guy.
Yeah, he's got Chet.
I know he's older now.
It doesn't like Chet's got his own problems, doesn't he?
Oh, well, that's got nothing to do with this shit. Let's start judging the kids and with their choices.
Hey, I don't know. Like,
that's hilarious.
I don't know.
What about Jake? What about Jake Gyllenhaal? Has he got kids?
I don't think so.
I
mean, he dated Taylor Swift. Like, how good can it
be? Right.
But only thing of the men, but like I can't even think of like kind of actresses that are at the top of their game with family. And I mean, like that's also common in Hollywood, in that like about like women can't have both kids and a career.
Right.
But like, can you think of many actresses that are like proper A-list that have
proper A-list? Well, Margot's just had a kid, so I guess that's in progress. I guess.
Yeah. But like
Jennifer
we even
Lawrence
Jen's had a kid, and she took a step back for 5 years. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Those two, like, let's see that they might break the rules, but there's something to what you're saying for like what we've seen in the past for sure.
Aniston never had a kid.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I like this. I like viewing the film through this lens of just like all the comparisons it's making to real people. Noah just had a script where he vented on like everyone, and then like just combined it into a succinct thing where he like combined a bunch of characters and people and stuff and renamed everyone. That's what I like to think happened.
Well, like, so who are Noah's main actors? Like Adam Driver's appeared a couple times.
Yeah,
his wife as well. Greta's appeared a couple times.
Laura
like
Dern,
does Adam Driver have a family? Like, is that like?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What about Laura Dern? Has she got kids?
I don't know. Yeah, my radar is only for the top, in terms of who has kids.
Yeah.
I don't really know past that.
Dude, you could tell me Laura Dern had 0 kids or 5, and I would have no idea. Absolutely none.
Actually, I mean, I think the example to look at the moment is fucking Rob Pattinson, who just had a kid and has done movie after movie after movie, and like who knows how much she's actually seen that kid.
Yeah, that's true. Laura Dern does have 2 kids. There you go. All right. I guess the one aspect that we've sort of touched on but not fully delved into was the flashback scenes and how we enjoyed the Clooney going back, looking at his past self, and how they add to the story. I thought they were all really good, and I kind of like, as we were sort of touching on earlier, if there's one thing we could have used more of, like I would have taken one more, to be honest.
Yeah. I just felt like we needed more of a bridge between the past and now. They felt a bit too disconnected. So yeah, one more scene would have been. One more scene that would have been.
One more scene. That's our entire review. Yeah. No, I thought they were really cool. I liked seeing Clooney's reactions to everything his younger self did. The younger actor was good. I don't think he really looked like him much, but I thought he was good. Like, I don't say that like it bothered me. But yeah, I liked him. The scene where he eats the paper and then goes in and crushes the audition was fantastic. I enjoyed that a lot. And like, I understand it's the point. I'm not gonna say it's like a massive compliment of the performance necessarily, because I understand that it's the whole point of the scene is for one performance to be middling and one performance to be really good. That's like the point of what the whole scene's trying to achieve. But that aspect of it did work, where it was like when Tim went, he like, you could, that whole thing was like whatever. And then clearly then when bloody young Jay stepped in and did the scene, it was like clearly way better. It was like, I see it. I was in Jim Broadbent's shoes there, and I'm like, dude, this guy, he needs to read another scene. He's got it. But like, I don't know. Do you get why? I get why Tim's pissed about it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
Nah, yeah, it's like you're young actors. Like it's gonna happen. You brought into the tradition to the audition. It's like
that's right. That's right. It's like you know how like Leo and Tobey Maguire are friends because they met at an audition, like when they were 10 or something. It's like that. Like, can you imagine if like, oh, one of them got the shits because one of them got the part or whatever? It's like, come on, guys. You know what I mean? Come on, Tim. Just be mates. Get over it. That's what I think.
I think it's I mean, I don't know like how relevant it is, but like a discussion's been started this week from Kristen Stewart, who was talking about like how method acting is something only men can do because like women would get ridiculed for it, and she called method acting pathetic. And like this film kind of makes that case where like Tim goes method and then like he kind of fails for it because it's like too involved. That's interesting.
Yeah. Noah again.
I agree
on method acting.
Yeah, no. I think Daniel Day-Lewis is a fucking hack because he claims method, but being method, it's...
Man, come on. Well, see, okay. I know you're just trying to stir the pot, but I'll buy in for a second to say, like, you actually think Daniel Day-Lewis's performance is bad?
I don't think they're bad, but I think being method is a cop out because, like, if for gangs in New York, for example, like if you walk around for 9 months and you learn to do the things properly, like at that point, like you're not acting as so much as you are just doing what it is. It's like
right, okay.
And like obviously, like,
so you say he's not a very good actor? He's just like fucking
he's just a mimic.
Immerses himself so much that it's like you're barely even acting, bro.
But also, like, it is like a wankerish thing to do because, like, and it's something that only, once again, like, men can be afforded because, like, Daniel Day-Lewis can carry that home, but then, Cameron Diaz can't carry her 1830s self home, and then, whatever.
And go and, like, have to look after it, take her kids to school or whatever.
Actually, I don't, like, with that, I don't know if she had kids at the time, but, like, you get what I mean. So it's like...
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
No, I don't like it. It's a good coincidence that like this came out within like a week of like Kristen Stewart saying that to like enhance that discussion. But yeah,
that is a funny point and an interesting point as well. That it's like men kind of do have that as a bit of a luxury, to be honest. Yeah, no, you're right. It would be much harder for a woman to go and just do that shit when they've got other responsibilities. That's totally true. Yeah, I think that's true. But with that being said, I don't know. At the end of the day, I also think it's just about the output. At the end of the day, every actor's got a different process, regardless of method or not method, or even micro differences in process. It's just like if the result on screen is effective, is moving in some way, it's like then they did their job, right? Isn't that what it's all about at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can do as equally a good of a job without being a wanker about it.
Like, people just don't like method because it's like, it's like, it seems like try hard or like uncool or whatever. But it's like, they're doing what they want to do. It's like, who cares if you think it's uncool? It's, as Zach said, if it delivers these performances from Christian Bale and Daniel Day-Lewis that are amazing, it's like, it's whatever.
So
Like, go ahead and think
Jared
it's
Leto,
not cool, but it's
Jared Leto cosplaying as the Joker and torturing the Suicide Squad cast, like him role playing as Ares, on the set of trying Ares and making everyone call him Ares and shit like that. Like that's cool, is it?
Oh, you're the Ares guy. I don't know. You tell me.
I haven't seen Tron Ares. I'm just saying, like you're saying
I thought you were
cool.
a fan.
Like, you're just saying that Jared Leto is cool and that.
No, I'm not saying it's cool. I'm saying people don't like it because it's uncool, because it's try hard, which is like a lame mentality to have.
I don't think that's why people don't like it.
I think it does.
I agree. Isn't that what you're saying, Shane? Like it feels wankery to you, which is.
I mean, it is wankery, and like it's like because I think like you can do all that shit without having to go, method.
Without being a try hard.
I don't.
That's like.
But it's not try harding. Like it's like do you think like is every performance that's not method, that's incredible? Is that not as valued because it's like they didn't try as hard because they didn't go method?
No, but there's a perception that if you do more for method acting, then it's like wankerish because you're like working outside of the hours and you're like trying harder, And
the
like
traditional perception is that method acting is cool because of how much you're putting in, and that's only been shifting. And the inverse has only been happening in the past couple of years.
But I feel like that reaction is from people from like that kind of mentality, of like, why do you even need a method? Why do you even need to do this extra stuff? It's like they want to, like, that's
proven that you don't need to.
That's their method. Their method is method. Like, leave it alone,
Yeah.
But maybe they do need to. Like, maybe that's their method is method.
Then you're not a good actor then.
Oh, like I think that's a reasonable argument. Like, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree that. Like I don't find the idea of the method process. Like I don't find it inherently cool or like, oh, that's sick that they did that. Like I don't really care. Like I just care about a great performance on screen. You know what I mean? That's if you're telling me that the only way we could get Daniel Plainview is because of what Daniel Day-Lewis and how he went through his process, then I think it was worth it. If it was the only way, which I'm,
yeah, but like
feels it is, and that's fine.
But method isn't only just like being the character outside of set. It's also just like what Tim did in the restaurant scene, where like you inhabit the character more, like you inhabit the psychology of the character before you act it out. It's like, I mean, it's like the opposite of what Leo does. Like that. There's that shot of like in like Wolf of Wall Street where it just like switches into the character. It's like that's like the opposite of method where you can just go straight into it and like in an instant. But it's more than just like being the character outside of work hours.
Sure. Yeah. And there's all different degrees of it too. Like I know there's actors who like, like when it's cut, like they might be themselves, but they might still speak in, like if their character has an accent, they might still speak in the accent so they don't lose the momentum of that, the flow of that, if they're really struggling with it. Like, there's all, that's why, it's not black and white. It's not like just method versus non-method. There's all, everyone's got a totally different process built from scratch. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's fair enough. Like to me personally, if I had to perform and I had to be like, I don't know, be a Scottish person or something, and not that I could do that, but if, hypothetically, like I would probably speak with a Scottish accent all day just because like I feel like it'd be really fucking trippy and mentally challenging for me to have to switch back and forth into it, I'm not talented enough to do any of this anyway, but I would be definitely not talented enough to do that. That's for sure. That was a fun chat. I don't know if I can really follow with anything that's worth saying, to be honest. I did find the movie funny. You guys find the movie funny?
Yeah, quite funny.
Mm, yeah, the kind of entourage thing was funny. Constantly moving
Yeah.
entourage. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it as opposed to it being a more overt comedy. I think some people like it speaks for my family when I was telling them I was doing this movie, they just see Sandler and just like, "Oh, is that a comedy? Like, is that a fucking Happy Gilmore thing?"
Right.
I like it not being an overt comedy and more feeling a bit more like natural humor, you know, at least by Sandler standards. Just being a bit more low key. And yeah, the movie is quite funny without feeling like it's forcing it or anything. It's just charming. Basically, it's just charm, well acted scenes, well written, you know, funny gags and
Mm.
all that. Why does Ron call all his clients puppy? That's so weird, but it's hilarious.
Trade secret.
Trade secret. Yeah. I know, that just made me laugh. It was weird.
Yeah, that was where I felt it was the most like Noah Baumbach, like just in the fast paced kind of humor and the ensemble kind of humor.
I've
Because
only
like
ever seen Marriage Story films. Is that, and I don't really recall that from that, but like, yeah, yeah.
I think you see it in Marriage Story in like some of the theater scenes where they're like, you know, all like interacting as like like working towards one goal or whatever. I mean, those scenes are kind of brief in the film, but like that's where it most kind of correlates to this, I guess.
Okay.
But I think the humor is like more fast paced anyway in both. It's not like it's not cringe humor. It's not humor that like lingers or anything. It's just kind of like quippy New York kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like it is. I guess it is probably like factually quippy, but it doesn't feel. They don't feel like quips per se either. You know what I mean? It just feels like.
But there's like repeating jokes that are fast, like the you're never alone, and then the guy comes with the drink or like something like that, or the cheesecake. It's like there's lots of like interspersed kind of quick humor, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. The cheesecake is also like thematically relevant, which is interesting in terms of him just having like kind of lost grip on, on his wife kind of thing in terms of like, why is that even? Why he said he liked it once and then couldn't remember it. That's kind of the whole thing. But yeah,
and then he does like it.
And he does like it. Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, I actually do like this shit. But that was another thing that was interesting. Like, I feel like I have heard it like once before, but like the whole idea of like actors having what I think the phrase Ron uses is a rider, where they like have these like I assume they're just like standard prerequisite contract things. They're like, I always have this and this in my trailer ready to go kind of thing. Which is interesting. I like hearing it makes sense that actors would have that. It's just very interesting, the term. Like, I wouldn't think to call it that, but now I'll try and remember it. It had me thinking, like, what would be my rider? I don't know.
Dude, if I had sashimi, like wherever I went, that'd be sick. Oh, sashimi
Yeah. There you go. That's in your rider. To be honest, I might steal the cheesecake. I might steal that. Oh no, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that. That's be too unhealthy for my. I'd just be doing that to myself. That'd be bad. I don't know.
No, give me some 3 water bottles. Give me some like White Monster sashimi. Not Doritos, because I don't want to be eating Doritos like all my life.
Right.
But
right.
I'll take the monsters.
As much as we love it.
And the sashimi, the fish, raw fish.
Yeah. Yeah. Jaden, what would be in your rider?
Packet of Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, that's a start.
One a day?
One every location I go to, every time I enter a room.
So you walk out for 10 minutes and then come back to your trail. There has to be a new one.
Magically back there.
Yeah. That's good.
Did you think the film looked pretty? Did it have Netflix look?
Oh, okay.
Not as much, but it maybe like a little bit. I thought the Europe shots were really nice. And like the shot we get like the train and the Italian background and stuff like that. But it did, I don't know. I think I've seen a bit of Meyerowitz, I think, which I think is Baumbach and Netflix, and like White Noise.
Have you seen White Noise?
I mean, Marriage Storage is the Noel Baumbach Netflix film.
Yeah, true. But like, in terms of feel, it did. Yeah, it did feel a bit like those, but I don't know if that's Baumbach, because that could just be Baumbach and not Netflix, you know. So I'm not really sure.
I think I didn't get Netflix from this. I thought it was just him.
I thought the opening of One, while impressive, was a bit Netflix looking, but
yeah, I do. I like that you brought that up because I thought that scene was great, and I thought the sound mixing in it was great in terms of like all the dialogue coming in and out and giving you all the pieces of the characters that you needed to get started. I thought that was really well done. But I'm not going to disagree strongly, but I will just say I feel like we've also got to be careful not to start overthinking this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't know. I wouldn't say with any confidence it felt like Netflix to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Baumbach's style is very like digital and modern anyway, so it's kind of like, you know.
I think it doesn't expose itself as well in real settings as well. I think, like, you know, it's like,
right.
It's easy to see when like when the shot's meant to be stylized,
it's like CG.
Whereas like when it's not even CG, but just like when it's like when you're telling a real life story like this in this manner, you know, and historically for a guy that does tell stories, low key stories, like you're not going to feel as significant of like a, you know, of like a encroach on your style as you kind of do.
But like the Netflix style still like exposes itself most in like CG heavy shit, right? Like Stranger Things or Frankenstein or like whatever. Like those backgrounds are like where you most kind of see it, you know.
Definitely in genre stuff, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I think so. Like, dude, I haven't seen The Electric State, but like, I just know.
Isn't
you know what I mean? Like, surely that's got to be the most Netflix looking thing ever. Surely.
Yeah, but isn't that's Russo Brothers as well, isn't it? Or...
Yeah, it's the Russo Brothers film from this year on Netflix. Dude, come on, that looks like
this year.
I just
surely that was.
No, yeah, they came out in like April or May, I think.
In 2025. Dude, I thought that was last year.
No, it did. It came out. Yeah, I know. What, you think it's should I add that to my list to watch this week?
Yeah. Well, like it's like the concept, like the art pit, like the art series that film is based off of, like is nowhere to be seen in the film. Like the art pieces are like moody and like, I don't know, intentional. I don't know. They just don't exist in the film. I don't know if I've seen it, but like in the trailers and stills that I've seen. Sure. And then the main will be brown of it all.
I'm looking forward to you watching it this week and reporting.
I probably will, to be honest.
All right. Andy wrote in his review for Jay Kelly. He said, I'm a huge fan of Noah Baumbach's body of work as a writer-director, especially having loved Frances Ha. My Greta Gerwig shirt is on fleek.
On fleek is a very old terminology that I really should. We shouldn't have to explain to you, man.
It's like stylish, like on fleek. You know, like, there's constantly evolving words for like looks good. You know, it's basically just like looks good on fleek. Right? Is that what it means? Or?
What? Yeah, it looks and but this isn't even like a new iteration. This is like a fucking 4 or 5 year old fucking version of it.
Yeah, it's old.
Oh, it's dude. When you said it was old, I thought you meant like it's from the 60s or something.
Oh, no.
You meant it's 5 years old?
But like it's old in the fact that like it's no longer used in like the kind of pop culture like kind of in the zeitgeist. Like it's kind of had its time. Like on fleek is now.
I'm out of the loop, but like surely it wasn't used that long.
It was like a pretty important word on like.
It's something like a millennials kind of word.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah. So what is it? Is it like it's not the like the 5 year ago equivalent of like Riz? I don't know.
No, I mean, but like it's like that's the right example because like Riz is falling to the wayside in terms of like relevance. So like it's the right thing. Like on fleek is just a couple of years behind, like behind that. Yeah.
God damn. I can't wait for me to start dropping like language on the show that's just always 5 years behind. I feel like that's what I do anyway. But anyway, having loved Frances Ha and Marriage Story while also having enjoyed The Squid and The Whale and While We're Young, he also co-wrote the screenplay for Wes Anderson's The Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou or whatever. I guess I could understand Liam's confusion at the end of last episode because you can't really define what a Noah Baumbach film is supposed to be like. But I think it's his brilliant screenwriting that sort of avoids the Woody Allen pretentiousness that makes Noah's work more likable. Sorry, I said Woody Allen's name. I have to bleep that out. And performance-driven lightness that makes him an interesting filmmaker within mainstream Hollywood, but with an indie heart. Jay Kelly seems like a film Baumbach has wanted to make for a long time, as he seems like he would have a great insight on character studies about artists of any field and the world around them. Just check out Frances Ha, The Life Drifting Dancer, Marriage Story with a theatre director, and While We're Young with a crappy documentary filmmaker. I most likely will check out Jay Kelly after your recording, but I'm absolutely keen to hear your thoughts on a potential return to form from Baumbach. Please read this sincerely, a Noah Baumbach fanatic. Wait, so I just read all of Eddie's review and he hasn't seen it? I thought it was his review. What did he say it was? Audience feedback for next episode. Oh, okay. That's how he put it. I just saw it there and assumed it was his review, so I pasted it in as his review. Well, thanks, Andy. We appreciate your feedback after we've reviewed a film you haven't seen, so thank you for that. No, hopefully he has seen it by now. And, you know, we'll see what he thinks. All right, let's get some final verdicts for Jay, Kelly, Fitzy.
I don't know. I'll give it a 6, I think. If I was a bit more invested in Jay and Ron, and if the film went less over my head with the thematic through line, I might have enjoyed it a bit more. But yeah, it was just a bit like the two things it was trying to do was just a bit too disconnected for me, and it ended up just feeling a bit quaint and a little bit forgettable. So I'll slap a 6 on it.
A little bit limp for you.
Yeah.
I'll slap an 8 on it. Really enjoyed it, and it's an easy recommend to anyone for me this year. Which I don't know. I feel like I haven't had a film like that in a bit, where it's just like definitely check this out. I can recommend this to anyone easily. Jaden, what about you?
Yeah, I'd give it a high 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, liked it a lot.
Very good. All right, let's get into news chat. We'll speed run some trailers for y'all. We got Supergirl. Jaden, what did you think of this one?
Looked kind of cool. Looked like it's taking place off Earth a lot, which I wasn't expecting. But I don't know. It's looks like we're doing the adoptive parent over child storyline again. But I don't know. I'm keen for it. I think it all looks good. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of affected me less than I thought. But to be fair, so I did the Superman trailer until I saw it on like a theater screen. So maybe maybe that'll be the difference as well.
Did you watch this one? Sorry, Fitzy?
No. Was it like a proper trailer or?
Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't really like it. It was so Guardians derivative to me. Like everything about it. Everything about it. Like honestly, I don't think there was one thing that really stood out to me that just didn't feel like Guardians of the Galaxy in it. Except like your main protagonist. Like I don't know. I still really like Millie. I still like the vibe of her being kind of like, you know, drinking her sorrows away kind of character. I think that's interesting. But outside of her, like everything else going on just felt like really uninteresting to me, to be honest with you. Even the friggin' logo at the end did the Guardians of the Galaxy retro thing. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yeah.
All the aliens look like Guardians of the Galaxy, all the sets. It's like, oh my god. I don't know. This one let me down a bit, to be honest.
It's the Cruella guy that's directing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The I, Tonya guy. This guy's Australian? What the fuck?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, I thought so. James Gunn isn't directing it.
No, it's Craig Gillespie.
Yeah. Dude, but if you watch this trailer, you would think James Gunn was directing it. And like, it actually said at the end he's not, but like if it didn't, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's the most James Gunn thing I've ever seen. All right, Street Fighter, Jaden.
Yeah, I was actually surprised by how much I like this little teaser. I love Joe Bayless and Bray, and they use their song Punk Tactics in the trailer, so that helps a lot. It suits well. But seeing like the character posters beforehand, I was like, it looks kind of shitty. But I mean, like, it's Street Fighter, man. I mean, like, it's it's kind of meant to be. Like people are talking shit about Andrew Schultz as Hibiki, but like, I mean, like, it's a Street Fighter movie, man. I mean, like, you're not really gonna get much more.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, like, some of the cast is cool, some of the cast is a bit interesting. I'm surprised that like I'm surprised like how much of the movie looks like it actually is just gonna be like straight up like just like martial arts. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like
They wanted to really lean into that for sure.
yeah, but like the trailer emphasized a lot, and I mean, like, I like the way it's cut together, and like it looks promising. Like it looks non-boring, and I don't know, dare I say, maybe entertaining. And that's all I really need from Street Fighter. Like, it's, I mean, that and Chun-Li, and then you've got me. And then, like, it's fucking done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm gonna see this.
Yeah.
The I thought the trailer was cool. I'm gonna see it for the wrestlers in it. But like I still like I was gonna say that that was the reason anyway. But like then this trailer was like still like extra soul in me where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna like. I was gonna see it anyway, but I'm not gonna be disappointed. I'm not gonna be like reluctantly seeing it. I'm actually like gonna be excited seeing it because I thought it was colorful. Thought the action looked good. I know nothing about Street Fighter. I'm not gonna pretend to be a fan, but I thought like. Based on my outside perspective of Street Fighter, like I thought the style of it is like perfect or feels perfect to my understanding of the style. So yeah, I'm in for sure. All right, and we had the drama. Fitzy, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, it looks pretty fun. I've watched like 20 minutes of Die My Love. So like, I know a bit about Robert Pattinson's acting chops in toxic relationship movies. So
this is a new thing he's delving into apparently.
It looks like it, yeah. But he looks like more. He takes a more submissive role in this. But yeah, it looks fun. It looks very fun. Looks like it's going to be a tense movie. So yeah, I don't know.
I only saw the poster, but what about it seems fun?
It looks like a good Malcolm and Murray, you know, like Zendaya looks like she's like having fun and being annoying in a fun way. So
oh, okay,
yeah.
Dude,
I was surprised that the trailer doesn't frame it, but like in the trailer we see Rob Pattinson taken aback as to like the big secret reveal, whereas I thought like he would be the one that was like perpetrating it, like she would have to deal with it. So it's a fun little reversal there.
So you liked it too, Jane?
Yeah, seems alright. I could see myself being annoyed by it if it goes in circles.
Malcolm and Murray style.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I think it did look interesting.
Outside of the obvious Zendaya comparison with that, like, does it seem like it's sort of in one spot? Like, is that why we're making the comparison?
It seems like it's kind of takes place across like a couple days at least, because like you see their wedding, and like you see like the priest, some priest stuff as well. So like,
okay,
it's multiple days, multiple locations.
But it's really like it seems like it's going to be dialogue driven between the two of them.
Yeah, because like that's the whole thing. Like it's something gets revealed like just before their wedding. And like they both have to like battle their way through it.
Yeah, okay. Dude, oh my god, that actually sounds so up my alley. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You both just left me hanging. Like you both just gave me huge vibes if you're about to say something, and you both didn't.
Oh yeah. Well, I have another movie. I have another trailer actually. I forgot about.
Please add it.
I watched this on X on Twitter, and it was from Charlie XCX's account. And the trailer started off like, Another Brat Summer. It felt like it was like a promotional thing for her music or whatever. I didn't know what it was. But this is The Moment, which is like, it's, I mean, she plays herself, but like everyone else is like fictional in the film, and Alexander Skarsgård is like a director or something. But it's very like self-reflexive of like her life, it looks like, and very like it's got like Rachel Sennott and all these kind of like younger celebrities. It's very like I don't know, in that kind of school, like fun LA things, LA people, and the music world and stuff, and looks very, very cool, very ultra kind of modern and interesting. So yeah, looks fast paced and fun. And
What's the name of it? Sorry.
The Moment. Sorry, yeah, the movie's called The Moment. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
So another. I think it's
Cool.
A24. I think it's another A24
Yeah.
film.
Nice. Add it to the radar. All right. Now it's time for our highlights of the week. Fitzy, I'll stick with you.
I watched a few films from this like Canadian director. I think his name's like Kaz Is or something. What's his
Kaz
name?
is.
Kazik.
Is he related to Sir Kaz?
Radwanski.
Oh.
Kazik.
Okay.
Kazik Radwanski. Actually, no, I only finished Tower. I'm almost finished, but Tower is this film about this like 34-year-old guy who kind of just like wanders around and stuff, and it's kind of like the whole film is like really tight on him. Like it's like kind of claustrophobic. It never like gives you any space, any breathing room. But it kind of slowly unveils his persona, his character. Where like you kind of realize he just kind of like avoids everything. It's kind of funny past a certain point. But yeah, it's very, very independent, very low budget. He's made a lot of films around like based on like just people around Toronto. And yeah, he's like a true, independent filmmaker. So yeah, interesting.
Can we get him on the show? Yes, Jaden.
Now, I think we've asked this before, but that is now twice within the space of 10 minutes you mentioned about like having not finished films.
Oh, dude, I was literally about to.
How many films do you have on the go at the moment? And typically at one time.
No, just those two. But like Sentimental Value, I started and then I realized, this is like a proper. This is
you walked out of the theater.
No, no, on my computer.
You're pulling at me. You're pulling at me, Jaden. Man, come on.
I know, fucking
That's crazy. Idiot. That's hilarious.
No, it's like two, maybe three. Maybe there's one I'm forgetting.
But... The Arm I Love, a film from this bloke, and Sentimental Value. Like that's three at the moment. And
yeah, but I didn't really get into Sentimental Value. I was like, I watched the first like 10 seconds, and I was like, oh, this is cinema. I can't watch this.
It comes out in a couple of weeks. I want to go see it. We should go see it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping.
Liam had already seen the first, 40 seconds by that stage. Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of hoping to get it in before awards, but I guess it would probably be better to see it at the theater.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's when it comes out.
You're definitely gonna see it because if you're gonna see it in the theaters, then I can wait. That's fine.
I plan to see it for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Excellent. I watched The Life of Chuck. Now, am I tripping balls, or is this one of these like 2025 ones that says 2024 on Letterboxd, or did it actually come out last year? And I'm pulling like I'm just absolutely off of the fairies.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a 2025 film.
Yeah, I thought it was 20.
Yeah, okay.
It must have had like one festival showing or something last year.
Yeah. Right, okay. Because I watched it with the pure intention of me like on my trying to watch 2025 films thing. Then I finished it, and it was met with the all painful 2024 on Letterboxd. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. I didn't mind it. It's very it's kind of what I feel like. I feel like my perception of Fitzy is that like he kind of doesn't like like what's the term, like sappy? Is that am I using that correctly? Like you know what I mean? Just like very
Like saccharine, like overly sentimental, like
overly sentimental. Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, this is everything's so poignant and about life affirming, and you know what I mean. Which is sappy right for that, or am I just making that up?
No, Sappy's right for that. Mm.
Okay, all right, that's good. And there's definitely a bit of that for sure. But overall, like, I still thought it was a nice movie, an enjoyable movie. Didn't waste my time. I like Tom Hiddleston in it. Yeah, it was very different from Mike, to be honest. I don't really know, like, maybe I'm just not familiar enough with him, but like, I feel like he's done nothing like this, to be honest.
No, I'm pretty sure this is like his first like non-horror adjacent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a script, it's just very, I know it's based on a Stephen King thing. You know,
maybe that's why he got dipped into it. He thought it was, I think, a Stephen King horror film again.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, oh, fuck.
You realize, fuck, I've already signed on. Whatever. So yeah, no, but it was it was enjoyable. I didn't mind it. I feel like if you're got your guard up a bit about sappy stuff, you might not be into it. But
like
it wasn't my favorite film of the year.
Liam, right? Like Liam,
like Liam Fitzpatrick, yeah, exactly. But well, yeah. Going into that for a sec, I feel like. Do you agree? Is my perception inaccurate?
No, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. I mean, I don't like when it, like, whenever it feels like the film hasn't like really earned its overly sentimental kind of moments, or it's trying to like emotionally manipulate you, you know?
Right. Yeah. I think you'd feel that. I think. Yeah. Like, I definitely did a little bit. I thought the structure of it was interesting. It kind of it's a 3-act structure in reverse, which it was really weird at first, actually, but like actually kind of ended up making sense. Like, narratively, they would kind of spoil it. But I thought that I did like that about it. I thought that was quite clever. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'd recommend it if you're not put off by sappy.
Did Did Chuck have a good life there?
Did Chuck have a good life?
Yeah.
Overall, I'd say I'd probably give his life like a 6.4. You know, like, it wasn't bad,
Okay.
but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was. That might be a bit generous, actually. I'll give it a 5.7.
Well,
It wasn't bad.
So you're saying the life of Chuck was mediocre? That's what you're saying?
The life of Chuck was overall probably on the mediocre side, for sure. Like, he had a good attitude most of the time. So it wasn't like he felt like he was fucking on the outs or whatever. But like, looking at the life, as it were, it probably, like, it definitely had its challenges and its unfair elements to it, to where I couldn't reasonably give it that high of a score.
Right. So like the life of Chuck, the movie was like good, but the life of Chuck itself, was like
correct,
mediocre or mid.
If I gave it a Letterboxd score, I'd probably give the life of Chuck a 5.
Right. But you gave the life of Chuck a 7 on Letterboxd. The movie.
The movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, correct. That's right. Like, look, it wasn't. There are definitely parts of it that weren't great. At the same time, I don't know. He didn't grow up in Somalia or some shit like that. Like, he did have a decent middle class sort of lifestyle in America. So I feel like that gets you a few points for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering what
he might have gotten one extra point if it wasn't America, but I'm just talking about in terms of, like, he had food to eat. He had, you know.
Right. It wasn't that interesting. Yeah. It's kind of expected. No, because I was just wondering, like, about the life of Chuck. I don't know.
You're really waiting and pondering the life.
One of those things I think about.
Sure. Oh man, I guess next week could rate the life of Jay Kelly. Let's just start rating the life of all the main characters. Like, actually,
that'd be a fun idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Jadgen, what have you been watching?
Oh, I just want to add that I think you can add this as a 2025 film, because in Mike Flanagan's Letterboxd review, he does state the release date as June 6, 2025.
Mike Flanagan himself on Letterboxd did this.
He himself has stated US June 6, 2025, Australia August 22nd.
That is encouraging. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Definitely give him a follow on Letterboxd just for that.
What did I watch? I watched the newest Hell House film from the Hell House LLC found footage horror franchise. But big shocker, in the 5th installment they abandoned the found footage aspect. And
Whoa!
It really kills it.
Damn, dude.
Because like you can't really hide poor acting behind like a real, kind of feel anymore. Because like it's just poor acting with like amateur cinematography nowadays.
Shit.
I still liked it for the lore it adds to the Hell House franchise, I guess. It's definitely the weakest of the bunch, which is interesting to say because like 2 and 3 aren't like great products, but like they are kind of within the established visual style and kind of level of horror. And like there's some cool, scary things that happen, but like it just comes off as like just kind of low quality, and like you can't hide it behind filmmaking techniques anymore. Disappointing. I mean, it's a cool it's a good experiment to try for the filmmakers that are like ingrained in this franchise pretty much solely. Like I don't think they've really done too much else outside of it. It's like it's a worthy attempt to try and see if you if you got the chops, I guess, in a way, or like just to experiment within like a boundary that you have. But yeah, it relies on you knowing the franchise because with like the characters and events that I mentioned, it's like if you've kind of forgotten like what's happened, like you're gonna have a hard time following it. Yeah, they're pretty mediocre stuff, unfortunately. Because like Hell House has like snuck up as like one of my favorite horror franchises, mainly through like 1 and 4, but like I also have like just rewatched 2 and 3, and like I've just seen enough that like it probably does stand there. But yeah.
Why did they get rid of the found footage? Like that sounds like sacrilege.
I don't know if there's like an official reason. Like I haven't seen anything like these aren't the type of films that have like IMDb trivia because like they're watched by like very little people.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know whether he said it in an interview somewhere about like if there's an intent behind it or just experimenting. But yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, isn't it like the one like main identifying thing about your franchise?
Yeah, it is. Like it's how it is like one of the few good found footage horror films.
Right. It's like, so let's just not do the thing that we're good at. Like what?
Yeah. And like the issue is that like the resulting look of the film is very kind of Lifetime, kind of looking. Well, like there's a bit of atmosphere to it, but like it doesn't feel like full. But yeah. Like if you like the franchise, I'd still say watch it for lore reasons. But that's at the same time, like it's definitely the weakest one.
Is this 2025? Is this recent?
Yeah. It's available to view on Shudder.
Yeah, nice. Hell House was high in your top 5 last year, I believe.
2023. Yeah, it was my second favorite film.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Carmichael Mann is a banger. It's like genuinely like scary stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully they return to their prior form.
I think like they introduced something really cool. No, when I say that, people are probably going to think about the main thing they introduced, but it's not that. Like they introduced a cool location that they can do some cool things with. So like I wouldn't mind seeing it again, but like it kind of they built up a very movie-ish kind of reveal at the end, which didn't pay off at all. But yeah.
Okay. Now comes the segment where we hand the show over to you with our question of the show. Last week we asked you, what are the best directing efforts from actors? Dr. Luke said, Eva Victor in Sorry Baby. Eva wrote, directed, and was lead actor. It was a very impressive debut. Strong control of tone and non-linear storytelling. a beautiful and tragic story about the years taken away from people when these things happen to them. No spoilers here. The best kind of films are empathy factories, and that is true of Sorry Baby. I feel like Fitzy would disagree with that statement. If empathy factory equals sappy, I don't know. I gave it an 8 at the time, but I'm tempted to either rewatch or bump it up upon reflection. It has stuck with me since MIF. Yeah, nice. Okay. I feel like I think I forgot to add that to my watch list. I should do that. Andy Lau said, my favourite directing effort from an actor is Paul Dano's Wildlife. I think Liam had seen it at the TIFF Lightbox in Toronto, if I can recall. I think that is right, isn't it, Fizzy?
Yeah.
That's sick. As someone who constantly dreamt about Kerry Mulligan at one point, this has always been on my watch list, and I'm so glad to have finally watched it. Although Jake Gyllenhaal acting as a family man really does scare me, I really loved Wildlife. It's a gorgeous little film that showcases Dano's immense talent behind the camera with a great eye for cinematography and getting the best emotion out of the actors. Paul Dano could be an American equivalent of Edward Yang. Liam would absolutely agree with me.
I wonder if the Paul Dano answer is inspired by recent events.
Is that what you're wondering, Jaden?
I am.
Interesting you should wonder that. And he continues, the better question for this week, though, should have been what the worst acting effort by a director is, because that should go to Quentin Tarantino, in case you've seen his cameo role for Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained. I think he was just as sufferable in From Dusk Till Dawn, and he gets way too much screen time in that one.
Yeah.
Doesn't deserve to share the screen with George Clooney, who will be reviewing him for Jay Kelly. Is that, you've seen that film? Yeah? Is that...
Yeah, no, he's not good in it. He's doing the same thing that he is doing in Pulp Fiction and his other films. But
did he write that film? Like, why is he in it?
Yeah.
Okay. How does he end up getting cast in it? Like, is a full...
Because he's mates with Robert.
Oh, of course.
It's all an incestuous product, you know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, and I would like to see it, so I don't want to like judge too harshly. But like, just the mere idea of Quentin Tarantino like having to hold up a movie with George Clooney sounds pretty rough, to be honest.
And like, it's a single location, mostly kind of, you know, action joint.
Yeah, okay.
Where he preys on a little girl. It's interesting stuff.
Hey, I feel like I could buy that part of it.
I'm just trying to, like, he's actually. He was decent. He was okay in Reservoir Dogs, I guess, because he had like a kind of fitted part.
Yeah, he was in it for like 2 minutes. Yeah, that was
Sure.
fine. He would have been fine in Django too if he didn't try the Australian accent.
I just don't believe that was Australian. Like, I just don't believe it. Like,
it was. It was. He was with the other guy who's Aussie. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's strong denial right there because it was so bad. Leanne said, the award for best directing from an actor would, in my opinion, have to go to Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, I said that weird. The 95-year-old actor, director, producer, and all-round legend of the silver screen has directed 40 movies. What? Yeah, that is crazy. Some of the more memorable include Unforgiven, Gran Torino. Can never tire of seeing that one. I love how Jaden just quickly... Hang on, I'm going to keep going on that. $1 Million Baby. All right. Oh, really? Sully. American Sniper. Okay. The Mule. Another favourite of Leanne's. Well, you haven't seen Sully? Is that what he shrugged?
Dude, what the fuck am I going to watch a movie about Sully?
We watched it in school. I thought you might have too.
No,
and Play Misty for Me. I never even heard of that one, to be honest.
That's one of his early ones.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. No, I love Clint. I should check that out. Keeping it short and sweet. Cheers once again from Leanne. Thank you, Leanne. You can't go wrong with Clint, of course. I feel like he almost shouldn't count.
Well,
he's so prolific as a director.
Say. Yeah. Like he's...
Well, he does. I'm not taking that away from Leanne. But like, he's such a strong case that it's like, wow.
Because like, I've got like a few answers and like I had to kind of like divvy them up between like actor directors and then like directors that were actors or like that actors.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Because like I started looking at Ron Howard, but it's like, dude.
No, like he's a director. Like it's
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll steer away from that.
But okay, I'll give you this one. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
What is he known for acting wise?
He acts in Hamilton, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like that's his big acting thing, isn't it? And like I know like he's also in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but that's his main thing. What's he? He's in Moana and In the Heights and Mary Poppins.
Is he in those? Like I know he writes music for them.
Well, it says that he's an actor in them as well.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But like it's Broadway stuff mainly, isn't it? As well, like he's a stage actor.
Okay, I feel like these. I don't know enough about his history. These days, I would just say he's a director / music creator / creative.
Well,
I don't really see him as an actor.
Because when I opened up his thing, like his directing credits is only Tick Tick Boom on Letterboxd.
That's his only film.
Yeah. Which surprised me because I thought he had a couple other than under his skin.
Yeah. I did too, actually. That is a very good movie, but yeah. Okay. So is that your answer?
No. That was one of my director actor answers, but now I realize that should have been. It doesn't really qualify. I'll go with two. I've got a few more here, but I'll go with two of them. Lahane is directed by Matthew Kasovitz, who's like mainly an actor, who's in Amelie and Lahane himself and Fifth Element and other stuff. Munich.
Okay.
Lahane's great.
Is he the love interest in Amelie?
Yes. Yeah, I think he was. Hold on.
Yeah, the most confidence.
Yeah. Okay. And then my second answer is Submarine from Richard R. Waddy. I love Submarine so much. It's such a fantastic film. It's such a great soundtrack. And such a great look. And it's just perfect coming of age romance thing that I'll always eat up. But just in the British seaside.
Oh, I didn't know that was
Waddy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dude. And just an Alex Turner soundtrack is just incredible, man.
Nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I just added it to my watch list because like there's been like 5 films mentioned in this question already that I need to add. So there you go. I've added that one. Mine, it was a bit of a toss up, but I'll go with A Quiet Place from John Krasinski.
Oh, yeah.
Just didn't know he had it in him. You know what I mean? Like, was he even known for anything really other than comedic roles prior to? Well, didn't that film come out in like 2018? I think.
I mean, The Office was the only thing that he was like that you could say he was known for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he does some other stuff, but like he wasn't known for it. Like he was known for The Office.
Right. I mean, that's pretty wild, right? Like you're an actor on The Office, and then you pump out A Quiet Place.
Mm.
It's like that movie's really good. You know, I'm like that's a pretty impressive turnaround in my opinion. And I like part 2 more personally. I like both of them. So yeah, bring him back as for the only one I haven't really liked is the one he didn't do, to be honest. So yeah, I was very impressed.
That's Jude Law's fault, though.
Why? What?
Joseph Quinn.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, it's all his fault. Generations Jude Law is one of the great recurring jokes. Fitzy, what about you?
I mean, I'll just go with Ben Affleck, for Gone Baby Gone, The Town, Argo. Then he hit us with Air in 2023.
But does Ben Affleck count as actor-director, though? Like,
he does.
How far does he encroach on that territory?
No, I think he's right on the edge because I just think like going back to Zach's, if you ask someone in the supermarket, who's Ben Affleck, they're going to say like actor,
Sure.
They're going to say Batman or whatever, or like Good Will Hunting. So yeah, I feel like he's still like 70% actor. He's enough,
and he still acts way more than he directs.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, he was on a bigger one and stuff. So.
But when you're an Oscar nominated, like director, Did he win
Yeah.
for Argo?
He didn't win the director category.
No,
but
like when you're an
but
Oscar
the
nominated
film won.
director, like sure, like is that?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think
Okay.
it's fine. I think Ben's fine. I
Okay.
really do.
Mm.
Maybe like if he starts transitioning more and more, but like
Yeah, at this point is
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good shout. Well, of the films you mentioned, I love how you left out Live by Night, by the way. But if you had to mention, you had to choose one, what is your favorite of his films?
Gone Baby Gone for sure. Yeah, I'm a Gone Baby
Okay.
Gone
Yeah.
appreciator. Gone Baby Gone stan.
Mm.
Like he doesn't get enough appreciation.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it. I really do.
I haven't seen Live by Night. That's why I didn't mention it. But
Neither have I. Yeah, it's the only one I haven't seen either. Yeah. It looks interesting. I just know it's not like the most well received thing. But
I mean, The
Yeah.
Town also is like great.
The Town is great. Yeah, for sure. Argo's
Yeah.
great, obviously.
The Town was great when I was 17. I don't know how it'd hold up nowadays.
I feel like it would.
Yeah, I think I
What do you
rewatched
reckon?
it like
Yeah.
2 years ago and it's still hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeremy Renner's really good in that too, actually.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. As always, we'd love you to submit your responses, thoughts, and or reviews for next week's film in the YouTube or Instagram comment section, or join the Discord server. That is if we were doing a film next week.
Oh,
So it's more of a general comment, I guess. But this week, the specific question we'll be asking you is, what have been your favourite movies and TV shows of 2025? Let us know. Give us a list. Give us your top. Give us a few shout outs. However you want to do it. However you want to share. Anything that's worth mentioning, let us know. Your favourite movies and shows of this year. All right. That's it for this week's episode. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You know, maybe me saying that's the question gave it away already, but and just also the timing of the year. But Fitzy, what are we doing next week?
We're doing a final episode of 2025 ever. It is the awards episode. So yeah, best movies, shows of the year, and Cinema Effect Awards. You know.
Oh, I forgot that we actually have Cinema Effect Awards as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot until like 10 seconds ago. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, that actually is the fun part. Yeah. Not gonna lie.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, I've got that
Yeah.
talk forward to putting together this week at least.
I'm excited. I've already started going back realist into some stuff, trying to get my head in the game. It takes me a little bit. If I like left it to the last second, I would just like have shit answers for everything. I need to like sort of get my head in the right space.
I mean, Liam missed like half the year, so he's got like less answers he can use.
That's really mean. No, actually, I don't think that's even true. I think like the whole Liam missing stuff. Like, I appreciate the gag goes on, but like that was more of a last year thing.
Was it last year? Oh yeah, when you were at uni. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. This year, I feel like it's been relatively even. Like,
I mean, he's missed 2 Harry Potters so far that I can think of right now.
Yeah, that's
in
pretty
my
huge.
head.
Those aren't gonna win.
Whoa! Steady on. We should add a category just for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
All right. But that's it. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. We appreciate Liam and Jana for joining. As always, have a great rest of your week, everyone, and goodbye.